Hey everybody, Cody Meyer here. Just got back to the house, drove up from Florida, back in Georgia. Finished up the third stop of the 2017 season on the Harris chain of lakes. Had a rough tournament, you know, for me. I caught a lot of fish, especially day one, but ended up 90th place. So definitely started off this year, you know, we had a good one at Guntersville. The last two have been really bad. Dug myself a hole, but hey, everyone loves a comeback story. We're definitely going to get back after it on the next tournament, and we're going to come back and we're going to catch them. You know, the Harris chain's a really cool fishery. We launch out of Harris. Overall, I think there's 8 or 9 lakes you could fish, so you can lock to different lakes. I ended up fishing in Harris and Little Harris. Couple different patterns are working for me, and like I say, I caught a lot of fish, especially day one. It's just hard to get that big bite. You know, for starters, I was throwing a Strike King pure poison swimming jig. You know, this is a chatterbait style bait. I was painting the blade, kind of making it look like those golden shiners. I really like this bait. It's got a ton of action. One thing that's important for me is the blade minnow from Strike King on the back. You know, this thing's got a ton of action when you're reeling it. Those fish are eating golden shiners, those needlefish. That really helps replicate the bait really well. It's a good looking bait. As far as the rod, I was throwing on a Tatula Elite. This is a 7.3 multi-purpose rod. Brent Ayler designed this rod here. It's a perfect rod for throwing that chatterbait style bait. You know, it's not too stiff, it's not too light. When the fish eat the bait, it loads up and you're going to get a really good hook set. I was throwing a Tatula SV TW reel. This new Tatula reel is amazingly smooth, casts a really long ways with the T-wing. And as far as line, I was throwing 15-pound Seaguar Tatsu. I was really fishing that bait in the sparse grass, you know, covering water. And then once I found some fish, I would slow down. You know, along the same lines, I was throwing a Strike King red eye shad. This is the gold sexy shad. You know, you can see this thing got a lot of bites. I was upgrading the hooks to owner stinger hooks. You know, it was really important to me. Same line, 15-pound Seaguar Tatsu. Actually the same rod as well. It's a 7.3 multi-purpose Tatula Elite rod. Again, these rods are going to come out here at the Bassmaster Classic 2017 from Daiwa. And as far as the reel, same reel, Tatula SV. You know, again, it's just an amazing reel. On the chatterbait style reel, I was throwing a 6.3 gear ratio. That way I can slow it down. And on the red eye shad, I was throwing 8.1. So I was getting a lot of speed out of that. You know, I could cover a lot of water and you really catch up to those fish. Once I found the fish on those two baits, I would slow down, and I was actually throwing a Strike King shimmy stick. You know, not a lot of guys throw this, but it's a very affordable bait, very durable. The color for me was the black and blue with the blue tail. That's kind of a you know, a perfect bait down there for Florida. It's always worked for me. And again, it's very durable, affordable bait. As far as how I was rigging it, so I was throwing it on a 1/4 ounce weight. I was putting a little bobber stop up there, 1/4 ounce Strike King tour grade tungsten weight. I was throwing an owner 3X straight shank hook in a 3/0 size, and I was actually putting a little shrink wrap tubing on there, and it was a hook keeper. You know, this is the bait I would pitch around once I found them. Also the lily pads, you know, I got a couple key bites each day flipping lily pads, and that was the deal. You know, I was throwing a 7'6" Tatula Elite rod. Ish Monroe designed this rod. Again, this whole series of rods, every one of us, you know, the Daiwa staff members have designed rods. You know, I have great spinning rods. Ish, of course, he's known for flipping, and that's his rod there. I was throwing it on a 20-pound Seaguar Tatsu. Seemed like those fish were a little line shy. That's why I was going with the fluorocarbon, and a 7.3 gear ratio Tatula SV reel. So, you know, again, we dug ourselves a hole, but caught plenty of fish here. And I just can't wait to get home, spend a couple days with the family, come back, do it again, and definitely redeem ourselves.